Hello ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube world, ZS Gaming Videos here, and I am bringing you a commentary over some Call of Duty Ghost gameplay on the Xbox 360. Hopefully you enjoy this gameplay and this commentary. If you do, please leave a like, also comment, and subscribe if you're new. But today, in this commentary, I'm going to be talking about some things that I feel that Infinity Ward and Activision did well in the patch that they released, and some things that I think that they didn't do as well at doing in the patch. Now, I don't know if it's just me or what it is, but I seem to feel like that when I'm using certain weapons like the MTAR or the Vector, they seem to be a lot weaker than I remember them being before the patch. I feel like those weapons are a little more weaker. Now, I don't know if that is true or not, so if any of you know, please tell me in the comment section below. I don't know if that's true, but they just feel a lot weaker, so I don't know if they nerfed them or what they did to them, but they just don't seem like they are very, doesn't seem like they are very well used, and like I really can't use it that well, and they seem to be a lot weaker than I remember them being. And the AK-12, this is pre-patch, by the way. This gameplay is pre-patch, but the AK-12 is actually still really powerful. I wish it wasn't as powerful, because it seems like every game I play, almost everyone in a lobby is using the AK-12, or they're using it at one point in a game, and it gets really frustrating. A lot of people are using the AK-12, and I really kind of like that gun. It's a pretty awesome gun, and it's pretty fun to use, but I mean, it definitely has a lot of positives when it comes to killing people, as it is very powerful. And this was even before the patch, when they patched the MSBS, or however you say it, whatever it's called. So right now you're seeing me using the MSBS, and you see that I'm using it, and you will see that I'm not having to put multiple rounds into them, multiple bursts into them. I'm just having to put one or two into them, and they're dead. And so that was before they patched this. I remember this gameplay, so yeah. But that's pretty much that. And something that I feel that they did really well. I love this about Infinity Ward and Activision. Probably the only thing I love that they did in a patch so far in Call of Duty Ghosts. One of the best things that they could ever do, well, two things actually that I really like they did in this patch or whatever. One being that they went and they decreased the overpoweredness, I guess. They nerfed, I guess you could say, the IED. Now, I don't know about you guys, but the IED, that was it lethal? Yeah, that lethal frustrated me so much in this game for months. I would get killed by those. You'd have teams, like I would go into team tactical, there would be like a whole team of people that would just lay it down on the ground by the flags or whatever in domination or something, and bam, I would die instantly. Didn't matter if you jumped, crouched, wherever it was, you would die almost instantly. Now, for those of you that don't know, Claymores in Call of Duty and bouncing betties and everything like that, pretty much any lethal in Call of Duty until before the IED in Call of Duty Ghosts, every lethal was somehow, you could somehow get away from it or somehow prevent it from killing you. It wasn't an automatic kill. But the IED, before it got patched, was one of those lethals that if you heard it go off, you were done for. I mean, even the IMS I don't know about the IMS in Call of Duty Ghosts, because I don't really see it that often, and when I do, I can't really experiment that much with it. But at least the IMS in Modern Warfare 3, now that was a kill streak, so it's different, but same kind of thing. You could even get away from that. So when they said when you hear the IMS go off, you're done, that wasn't really true, because you could just whip around a corner and it wouldn't kill you. But the IED, there was no way that you could get away from it. It would go off so fast, and it would explode, and you'd be dead, and there would be nothing you could do about it. So that's what I didn't really like about it. But they patched it. They decreased the radius and the penetration or the affectability at in the certain blast radius. So now instead of a whole red blast radius, it'll have a red blast radius closest to it. It'll have a yellow and a green, or whatever colors you want to use. It'll have those instead of just a severe blast radius that'll kill you no matter where you are in that blast radius. So I think that's pretty awesome that they nerfed the IED, and that is something that really frustrated me. So I want to thank Activision and Infinity Ward for one thing that they did right so far. No, they did some things right, but one thing that they did right recently and listened to the community was the IEDs, because those really frustrated me. But now, off of IEDs, let's go into something that I really like that they did, and that is actually a game mode. Yes, a game mode that they did. I don't know if you guys know this. A lot of people do know this, but they pretty much put League play in Call of Duty Ghosts. Well, kind of like League play. I guess it's not really League play, but if you go to clan versus clan, and you can go to clan objectives or anything like that, and you can play it without a full clan. So I think that is really awesome. Something neat that they did, that they actually listened to the community after we were saying we need League play, put League play in the game, and they did. So now has a little more a little more competitive side to Call of Duty Ghosts, and they put in esports rules and esports game modes and the maps that you play on and all those rules and everything. So I think that's really awesome. Something they did really well in Call of Duty Ghosts so far. I've been waiting for a patch like this when they do stuff really good, and finally it has happened. So I think this patch was one of the better ones that they have done in a long time for Call of Duty, for any Call of Duty game, and especially in Call of Duty Ghosts with how bad of a game it is. Now, in my opinion, the PC version of Call of Duty Ghosts is still a little broken. You still get major lag spikes or major FPS drops, so that kind of stinks. But the PC version is a little bit better, but they totally messed up the competitive side of the PC now with playing 8s, and there will be a link to TBNR Frags' video about that in the description, so you can go and look at that. But anyways, hopefully you enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. I'm ZS Gaming Videos. Peace!